Hello and welcome back once again to another video. So in this one we are going to be clearing up some pigeon mess. Now we're going to do things a bit differently this week. We are going to do a normal video today, and then on Thursday I'm going to put out the extended version of this. Now you're going to want to see the extended version, so if you've watched this one, make sure you come back for the extended version and make sure you leave a like, a comment and please subscribe. Thank you.
If you like this video, give a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe at the end.
So here we are, we're at a local church and we have to clear up this mess. It's pretty bad. The first thing we're going to get in is our vacuum hose, and then we're going to bring the jetting hose in. These hoses have had to go through the building, so we've used some old cardboard that they had. We've put all that down on the floor to protect the floor from the clips and anything that might go on it. And there's this like little sump area down here, so we're going to start by putting the vacuum hose down in there. Perfect. We're going to put the jetter on and we're going to try and wash down the worst of this best we can, just like a hose, before we put the lance on, because we don't want all this flying up everywhere at us.
Yeah. Probably in like layers, isn't that?
Above here is a pigeon net to stop the pigeons getting in. And what happened is there was a big gap in the net, and the pigeons got in and they nested in here and created this mess. Now obviously cleaning this up is a little bit overdue, but it got to the point it was a health and hygiene risk for everyone. Especially if you want to go to the plant room downstairs, which you'll see a bit later on in this video. But we're going to clean up this mess and hopefully we can leave it a lot more usable. They can then get up there and, yeah, fix the pigeon net, and hopefully it will stop this happening again. Now this bit here is quite thick and there's bits of cardboard and all sorts, so we're going to use this shovel just to try and scrape up the worst of it. And we're just going to let it go all the way to the bottom and we'll suck it up from there. It would really help me out. I noticed at the time of editing this that my last video I posted, only 50% of people that watched it are subscribed. So if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, it'd really help me out if you'd subscribe. Thank you. You can see just how much stuff's built up on this step. It makes it very slippery, so if you had to go down to the plant room, it was actually getting quite dangerous to do. Plus the health risk as well. The handrail also wouldn't help you. You wouldn't really want to be touching that, to be honest. The torch I'm using on this job, we actually lost this torch when we did the job. I didn't realise till we left, but I couldn't find it in the van after. So we've spoke to the church and they can't find it either. So I'm going to try and go back to the site tomorrow and see if I can find it myself. I'm now going to move this hose so it's at the bottom of the steps instead, and we're going to suck some of the water up from there. That green door at the bottom is the plant room. Now we're going to be going in there later in the video.
I shut that pipe at the bottom of the step. What's down there though? Is there anything under that? Like another door? Oh. That pipe stuck it. Then if it's stuck on bottom.
We then moved the pipe back over to the bit where the sump bit was because it was starting to fill out with water, so we thought we'd pump that out before it gets too full. And then it was time to get the lance out and we'll give it a proper clean down. It's probably worth saying that pipe that falls over wasn't actually attached, it was just stored there.
Yeah. Still that there.
I just want to say thank you to tbecause4897 for that camera mount that you can see hanging on the step there. It's definitely come in handy for this video.
There's a load of that, yeah. There's a load more on that brand.
It turns out pressure washing the back of the window is a bad idea.
Oh, it's coming in. Don't.
We decided to get this useless pigeon netting out of the way. This is the bit that's not attached at the top that's created the big hole. It's definitely starting to look a lot healthier. I'm just going to squeegee some of this stuff off of this step. Right, so after tea at 10, we then went round to this room where there's a little hatch and a little area around here that needs cleaning up. It's also in this room that I found out that the church buy red wine by the case, which I found quite interesting. You never would have thought of it, would you? The other side of the duct that's in front of you is where we were just to, if that gives you some idea of where we're working to now.
Yeah, quite nice actually. That's about perfect.
I'm not sure if anyone remembers it or not, but we've been to this church previously. Now, this is the one where we climbed out of the window of the pub next door to clear the rainwater downpipe. Now, that is the one to my right-hand side, and that then connects into this orange pipe you can see running across. Now, the water's starting to build up at the bottom here, so in a minute we're going to get the vacuum hose thrown, and we're going to suck it up.
if you lie it down, okay, keep going there. Yep, straight down. Yeah, it's all sucking now. Alright, yeah, perfect, I do.
With this side done and the water then sucked up, it was time to go back round the other side.
Looks like down here as well, look. Because... There we are.
This seemed like a bit of a never-ending job, but it was also one of those we just wanted to see it done and it to be nice and clean. As I say, it's quite a satisfying job to do this one. I quite enjoy doing it, to be honest. I then decided it'd be a good idea to stand on top of the raised manhole, but I gave it a bit of a swill off first because it was a bit horrible up here as well. We thought this was starting to look a lot better. It's still nowhere near perfect, but it's looking better. But remember, we've still got the plant room to deal with downstairs, and that's pretty bad in itself. That could have been its own video. The next thing to deal with is going to be this plant room. Now, where on earth are we going to start with this mess? Obviously, some of this we've washed down here, but there was also a lot in here to start with.
Yeah, if we can get our rows down to here then. much.
Hopefully it's long enough for the job.
Yeah, it should be.
Oh, yeah.
We've got plenty of those there.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean, yeah.
I don't know what you want to do with this stuff as well. Are we trying to put that back in or?
The heavy stuff can go outside, back where your frame is.
Yeah, I do.
And I'll get rid of that.
Yeah.
When I get rid of the cardboard, okay?
Yeah, perfect.
Cheers. Thank you.
Oh, that'll do it.
Alright, so we turn it on?
Hang on.
We're going to make a start with these solids here. Now, I didn't want to add too much water to this because I didn't want it spreading across the floor. I thought if we can catch the worst of the solids here, and then we'll deal with the rest of the room after. So we're a little bit careful with this, but plus I didn't want to flood the place because my boots aren't overly waterproof. I keep meaning to buy a new pair of wellies, and I keep forgetting.
This one. Stop it running this one.
I'm just going to swill off this bottom step because there's quite a lot of silty stuff on here, and then we can stick the pressure up, we'll move the tables, and we'll give the plant room a good wash round. I've been told somewhere in this plant room there's a drain. At this point I wasn't so sure because it was starting to fill up with water. These tables got right in the way for cleaning out this plant room. So there was a kind of drain in the corner, so we're going to suck that out with the hose. Now, clearly it's not running, and you will see why in a second.
Yeah.
Can I have a leader in, please?
So this drain's clearly not running away, and the reason for that is it's not actually a drain. It's someone's just put a hole in the floor. I'm guessing it's some kind of makeshift soak away. But if nothing else, it was quite handy just to have somewhere to wash everything to, like a bit of a sump.
Yeah, I was going to poke around and see if there was an outlet. I think it's just a hole, isn't it? So quiet. Just in the floor, just a hole cut in the floor, isn't it? For it to soak down in.
The smaller jetting rail on the side of the truck just didn't quite have enough hose.
Coming down!
We've took the 3 metre leader hose off my jetter, and that should give us just enough hose to get to the other side of this plant room.
I look back. I can't believe they didn't tell us about this route.
Oh,
I can't believe they didn't tell us about this route.
oh, good.
At this point we realise it's not a good idea to point the jetter at the wall because they just disintegrate.
I'm going to freeze it. Oh! Alright. I hit the table and it sprayed across. What was that?
I've looked back through all the footage from this job, and this is the last moment that I see that blue torch. Now, in a minute we put it up on top of the electric box, and I haven't seen it since then, so it's either on top of the electric box or it's vanished into thin air. There it is on top of the electric box, and I haven't seen it since. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to go back tomorrow and see if I can find it. With the basement clean, we got the hoses out and then took another tea break. And then there was another job to deal with. I headed up to the top of the ladder to clear out the gully along the top of the roof. And it was like a bird aviary. I feel like a pigeon's going to fly into me in a minute. course the site were prepared and they had just the tool for clearing this up.
It's a very handy little tool. Yeah.
Okay, with most of the work done, we are going to deal with this horrible little corner here. I'm now going to splash some disinfectant about just to make it smell a bit nicer and to disinfect it. Leave a like on this video if you liked it. If you could leave a comment, that'd be brilliant. I like replying back to them, so the more comments the better. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Like I said earlier on in the video, only 50% of the people who watched the last video at the time of editing this were subscribed. So if you could all subscribe, that'd be amazing. I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to get this channel as big as possible and every one of you count. So thank you. I think you'll agree, it definitely looks a lot cleaner now.
It's a lot better than there was. It's better, doesn't it?
Please like and subscribe and leave a comment.